Today's Girl Which Way show is brought to you by For My Melanin. For My Melanin Apparel is an apparel, shoes, accessories and jewelry, home decor, handbags and luggage, health, skin, and beauty brand that caters to your melanated skin. The whole family, from mom and dad to the kiddos, can find something that's uniquely them. Head over to formymelanin.com and use code Shalia at checkout for 15% off your order. Make sure you tell them that Girl Which Way sent you. Hello and welcome to the Girl Which Way podcast, the show that exists because life is a journey, but you still need direction. Grab your girls and get ready, because each episode we'll be talking about our real life issues, answering questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal and learn. I'm your host, your girl, Shalia Vinny, and today's show is all about dealing with our own issues and how to recognize when we are the problem. We'll discuss what being a toxic person looks like and how to let go of this bad behavior and be a better person for ourselves and those around us. It's not always easy to admit it, and even if you don't mean to be that person, sometimes, girl, it's you. When is the last time you checked yourself? I mean, truly looked at the woman in the mirror and said, you know what? I may or may not have some things that I need to work on to be a better person. I mean, you probably don't care what others think of you, and that's fantastic. I applaud your confidence and the fact that you love yourself, but there has to be a line drawn somewhere. Be who you are and everything, but don't be so you that you're not amenable to growth and change. Don't be so caught up in your feelings that you miss every signal others are giving you that could actually take you from basic to extraordinary. Constructive criticism is nice, and most people will give it to you when they still care about you. But once you've made one remark past people's BS tolerance meter, they will write you off and they'll tell their friends. No one wants to do business with, be in a relation with, platonic or romantic, or be around someone who's not coachable, knows it all, or isn't open to being better. It's worse when you shoot down constructive criticism, aren't willing to see anyone's point of view if it differs from your own, and even go as far as turning people off with your attitude and blaming it on the fact that, this is just how I am. I've always been like this. Sis, maybe how you are isn't working as well for you as you think. Are you the problem? Are you toxic? A toxic person is someone who causes harm to others through their words and actions. They leave others worse off than before they met or interacted with them. Sometimes this harm is felt instantly, and sometimes it builds slowly with time and repeated exposure. People have been running from you for years now. Some have tried to express why, and others have simply ghosted you, so you chunk it up as, they're the ones with the issues. Baby girl, it was always you. You may not have been sure before, but the goal today is to wake you up, stir you up, and cause you to want to be a better friend, lover, and overall human. So what does toxicity actually look like? You might be picturing some Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, Bad Girls Club reality show where grown women yell and throw drinks at each other and be thinking, no, I know I'm not that bad. But toxicity can be way more subtle than that, though. And perhaps you don't even realize your behavior is that bad, but it comes out in many ways. It really doesn't take a talent to be mean, and I'm going to prove it to you. So let's do a test. It's just you and me, so you can totally be honest. But I want you to keep a mental note if any of these sound like your experience. Ready? Okay. People avoid you or disappear out of your life for good. Do your friends always seem to have other plans or make excuses for why they can't meet up with you? You feel like everyone's too busy or people are always ghosting you. You're highly critical and think you're superior to other people. You find it difficult to accept other people the way they are, and you always criticize their faults. You shame people and make others feel bad to make yourself feel better. You belittle them, you make fun of their accomplishments, and you just want everybody to know all the time that you're the better person. Are you controlling or emotionally manipulative? You seek to make other people do what you want them to do, because this ties into your superiority complex and your belief that you know what's best for everyone. You boss people around just to make sure you get your own way. You never apologize or admit to doing anything wrong. Sorry, not sorry is like your personal mantra. After all, you wouldn't have had to go there with them if they weren't so damn stupid. Even when it's obvious to everyone around you that you're the one that's wrong, you defend yourself and refuse to apologize no matter what. You take advantage of other people's kindness. You're a taker, not a giver. You take all the help you can get without offering anything in return. You want them there for you, but when it's your turn to show up in their lives, you take a rain check. You humiliate people to gain favor from other people. Have you ever made fun of someone in order to make others laugh and to like you more? Gossiping and being a chatty Cathy behind someone's back is one thing, but you do it to their face, and then you write it off as though, oh, I'm just playing, or like you joking, as if that's going to make your harsh words seem any less harsh. Putting others down in front of other people is not cool. You hold a grudge. When a person does something that upsets you, you will never let it go. You believe in the fool me one time, shame on you, but there won't be a second opportunity mantra. Even if it was a genuine misunderstanding, even if they apologize, you'll hold this over their head for years to come, and you'll make it known to them that you have not forgiven or forgotten what they did. They're never going to get ahead from this. You make everything personal. We all have disagreements and we argue from time to time, but you never let it just be about the issue at hand. You always hit below the belt every single time. You attack hard during the argument and you single out specific things about them that you know is going to hurt them emotionally. You may bring up their past or take aim at their character. You might talk about the way they look or speak, become homophobic, racist, abusive. Whatever you can do, you do it on purpose because you always go for the jugular so they and others know not to come for you. You don't celebrate the success of anybody. You're so negative that when something goes right for other people and they achieve or succeed at something they were really trying to do, you don't celebrate it. You don't say congratulations or let them know that you're proud of them. You might even downplay their success altogether and claim it's not a big deal or they got lucky in some way, like they don't really deserve it. It's so bad now that friends and family don't even tell you about their successes anymore. You're always the last to know, and you can't seem to figure out why. You never compromise. Compromise is for the weak, right? You said what you said, and that's what you meant. You don't have time to be bending and adjusting to accommodate others. They can see things your way or step off. You can't be trusted to keep a secret. No one feels like they can trust you with their heart or their secrets. You act like you care, but for some reason, you always tell others what that person told you in confidence. It's like it makes you feel powerful having intimate details about someone, and you just have to share secrets that aren't even yours to tell. Your relationships never seem to last. There's one thing that is true about every single relationship you have, platonic or not. They never seem to last. Guys leave, friends leave. No one stays in your life for too long. Like once they get to know who you really are, they check out. Drama follows you wherever you go, even though you insist you don't want drama in your life. If Drama Queen was a person, you would be wearing the crown. You're always the first person talking about how you don't do drama and you hate drama, but somehow you're always smack dab in the middle of it. It seems like drama follows you everywhere you go. Your name is always in the middle of the gossip. You secretly feel bored when you're not in the middle of some BS because you enjoy the arguing and being mean. Be honest. You tend to dominate conversations. When someone is talking to you about their issues or happiness, you always make it about yourself. When it's time to listen, you do the talking, stealing every conversation or story away from the person who initiated it. No one can get a word in edgewise. It's like the show of you all day long. You're only nice when it benefits you. If this exchange isn't going to benefit you in some way, what's the point? You don't have time to be fraternizing with people who can't help you to get to where you're trying to go. If it doesn't pay to be nice, you're not going to do it. You think revenge is better than peace. You can't let go of what someone did to you. You act like you're over it, but deep down, you're just waiting for your chance to get back at them. Having someone have the satisfaction of knowing that they made a fool of you in some way is something you will never do. You'll get back at them, and you can't be at peace until you do, no matter how long it takes, because you have to have the last laugh. You're super negative. You never see the cup as half full. You're so negative, everything is too good to be true in your eyes. If someone got engaged right now, your response would be to let them know how marriages fail or how he's probably going to cheat. When times are good, you always look for the bad because you just know it's coming, so you might as well point it out before it gets here. Do any of those sound vaguely familiar to you? Which one? More than one? Are you seeing it now? Are you ready to admit that you may be someone who needs to do better? What are you going to do about it? Today's Girl Which Way show is brought to you by For My Melanin. For My Melanin Apparel is an apparel, shoes, accessories and jewelry, home decor, handbags and luggage, health, skin, and beauty brand that caters to your melanated skin. The whole family, from mom and dad to the kiddos, can find something that's uniquely them. Head over to formymelanin.com and use code Shalia at checkout for 15% off your order. Make sure you tell them that Girl Which Way sent you. So we've been talking about toxic behavior and what it looks like. Now, this show was not meant to hit you where it hurts or to make fun of you, but it was really meant to open your eyes to your bad behavior so that you can change and be free from the bitterness and loneliness that behavior can cause. Because I know you don't want to be that person. So if you're ready, here are 5 ways to change. Number 1, recognize which toxic behaviors you exhibit. The answers to our little test should have revealed some things to you. Which ones did you hear that were you? Recognizing what we're doing is a good way to open our eyes and help us to change. So now that you know what you're doing, you can start to address it. Number 2, address your fears. Part of the reason you really have an issue is because you're afraid that if anyone else has a chance to find success, it's going to take away from yours. You like being you because you feel like whatever you have over them makes you better. And if they catch up, then what's going to make you so special anymore? Allowing others to shine doesn't diminish your light. It's actually quite the contrary. Other people's light will make yours shine brighter. I call it the Christmas tree effect. One light on a tree will look silly, right? But if you put a bunch together, you'll have a beautiful tree. You can't do much of anything alone forever. You're going to start to need people eventually. Number 3, think before you speak or act. Girl, don't just blurt out the first thing that comes to your crazy little mind. Stop yourself and ask, is this going to hurt or help the conversation? Will this add value? Will this make this person feel good? Is this about me and taken away from them? Number 4, decide who you are from now on. It doesn't matter who you've been. Who are you now? Who do you want to be? Do you even know yourself? What do you stand for? Decide and don't deviate from that idea anymore. When you don't know what your true values are, it's easy to act in ways that betray them. Write down a list of your core values and who you want to be from this day forward. If anything you're saying or doing doesn't reflect that, it cannot keep happening. Number 5, find an outlet to express your feelings. Sometimes our issues are bigger than us, and it's okay to admit that. It makes you strong and brave, not weak. If you need help, don't be too proud to ask for some. Therapy does work. Writing in a journal is therapeutic. You need to do whatever you need to do to better yourself. You have to do the work if you want to change. I promise you it's going to be worth it. Like any other problem, the first step to recovery is to recognize you have one. So if you're truly upset about being a toxic person, the first step is to take responsibility for your past behavior. Own what you've done, even if you feel like the worst person in the world. Taking ownership of your actions is one of the keys to making long-lasting changes. If you face your ugliness, it can help you to not return to that behavior anymore. There is so much beauty to life, and it only increases once we learn to properly love ourselves and those around us. Life is too short to go around spewing hatred and negativity. Find the source of your trauma so that you can heal and let it go. Life opens up when you do. You have shot yourself in the foot long enough. It's time to create long-lasting, meaningful relationships, but that starts with you. It's one thing when someone is hating or jealous of you, and this could truly be the case. But everyone isn't wrong, and everyone isn't just randomly attacking you for no reason. It's tough, but it's time to hold yourself accountable and realize that you just may be the problem. It's never too late to change, though. Life is what you make it. Decide today how you'll spend the rest of yours. How do you want to be remembered? What will your legacy be? Maya Angelou once said, "People may not remember what you said, but they're always going to remember how you made them feel." What are people going to say about you? Today's show is brought to you by For My Melanin Apparel. Head over to formymelanin.com and use code Shalia at checkout for 15% off your order. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, Your friend and motivator, Shalia. Bye.